Hi guys, it's Alexis from We Rise Yoga. Today I'm going to do a full trauma-sensitive yoga class. And what I would like for you to think about is, if we had a little tape recorder that was taping inside of our head everything that we told ourselves, how would your thoughts change over time? That can be a really deep thought sometimes, because the things that we tell ourselves, we can be very, very critical of ourselves, and sometimes we can be our own worst critic. And actually, if you take the shape of one ear, and then you take the shape of the other ear, and you put them together, we have a little heart, right? Because everything that you say to yourself goes straight into your ears and straight into your heart. And funny enough, the word ear is actually in the word heart, right? It bookends, heart bookends ear, right? We have H-E-A-R-T, right? So ear is between the heart. So what goes in your ears goes straight into your heart. I think that this practice is here to help you start to change that inner voice over time. And that is an effect, a true effect of these practices, that if practiced with consistency and over a longer amount of time, we start to see people kind of self-regulating their thoughts, understanding that they are not their thoughts, and they can change their thoughts and be with their thoughts or understand their thoughts from a different way. And that really can start to indirectly change our behavior, right? Because starting to understand that we are not our thoughts sets up this idea of mindfulness, that we can feel things inside of our body, things can happen outside in the environment, and maybe we start to change our reaction to things, or take that breath before there's a reaction. And over time, what we start to see happening with these practices is a deeper sense of calm that starts to develop, and a really deep calm. And that happens with everyone that I've worked with. And sometimes, even if you're a novice, it can happen in your first practice for the first time. You just, there's this sense of a transformation and a change, of these moments of presence, and really pulling on all of these animal instincts of mind, body, and breath, and awareness, and energy. And it's this moments of self-love where you just feel a sense of true empowerment. And so look for those moments inside of your practice, and when you can find them, and they may just be for a second, sometimes they last a little bit longer, but that can really start to benefit outside of this space, because that feeling is there. We felt it, right? There's a sense of accomplishment. You finish the class and you go about your day, and that feeling kind of has these residual effects over time. And so it can be really profound. And so we're going to get started. I'm actually going to turn off the ringer on the phone, because I hear that. And we will go ahead and get started, okay? So coming into a comfortably seated position, and whatever that means for you, that can mean your feet out or your feet in, that can mean your feet out. Just finding comfort in your shape. And just beginning to notice the structure of your seat. Shoulders pulling away from the ears. Maybe you close your eyes, or a soft gaze down. And please take your attention to the ground underneath you. Notice the ground underneath you. A self-regulation technique that we often use, called grounding. When you can notice and feel the ground underneath you, it sends messages that I am balanced, stable, connected. And then maybe take your attention to your breath. This natural pattern that only you can create. Maybe on the inhales you notice a natural rise and expansion across the chest. On the exhale, maybe there's a sense of softening, settling, letting go. Keep in mind that's what this is truly about today, letting go. Some of the things that we hold on to that get trapped inside of our bodies. Sometimes we just need to, bring those stockpiled things to the surface through movement, through breath, through energy. And the body will release them. It's just an innate mechanism inside of us. It's a natural spiritual process that you can evoke and facilitate through these practices. Let's take a collective inhalation and a sweeping, cleansing exhalation. Maybe you try engaging navel to spine, tucking chin. Essentially, the body is like an empty vessel. Again, inhale. Maybe you notice a natural rise or expansion across the heart. Open the mouth and exhale. Take your time. See if you can ride the wave of the exhale breath just a little bit longer. Good. One last time. Deep inhale. Sweeping exhale. Good. Again, try maybe engaging navel to spine, tucking chin to chest. Now let's try it with our lips sealed. A deep inhale. Try pausing. Keep the lips sealed as you exhale. Take your time, ride the wave. You might notice a little more texture, a little more sound in the back of the throat. This is called Ujjayi Pranayama. One more time, deep inhale. Lips are sealed, try swallowing. Keep the lips sealed as you exhale. Good. Now let's just breathe comfortably, rolling the shoulders back and down. You might start to already notice some changes, a sense of calmness and contentment that can often happen with those deep, expansive breaths. Good, and maybe you blink your eyes open if they were closed. And let's come onto our hands and knees, so making our way forward into a tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet to the floor. A gentle cat-cow, just a couple of these. Inhaling, dropping the belly. Exhaling, try rounding the spine, tucking chest, soft face. Continue to move with your own breath. I'm not going to cue you when to breathe. I just want you to find your own sense of movement, energy, well-being in this space. So really connecting to your own body, your own breath, your own movement. I'll give you time for one more full cycle. Please take your time, no rush. And then when you're ready, let's come into a neutral spine. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Let's tuck the toes, down dog. Welcome your impulse to move here. Remember, during meditation, our bodies don't have to be still and seated. Our bodies can be alive with movement and joy and energy. So maybe taking a moment to feel that. Walking the feet out. And then when you're ready, inhale high on the tippy toes. Exhale, let it go. See if you can be completely present right here, right now. When you're ready, look to the hands, maybe a soft bend to the knee. You can get to the front of the mat, however you wish. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale, let go. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out wide, reaching tall, palms together. And exhale, hands to prayer, Samastitihi. Good. We're going to come into the arm movements. I'm not going to talk. Good job. Let's come up to the front of the mat. So that's really, those arm movements are really there to help you to be okay with unpredictability, right? And to start to understand patterns, to analyze, to figure it out, right? You got to set up all these neural maps to not only understand what I'm doing next, but figure out what you're going to do next. And that can be really good neurological reprogramming, okay? We'll go ahead and get started at the front of the mat. Your feet can be together or apart, and we're going to start moving with breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let it go. Softening through the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's pause here a moment to really kind of notice your form here, because it's very easy to kind of lock out the knees. So we want to be soft in the knees, not locking out. And it's very easy to also let your shoulders kind of dump around your heart. So see if you can actively pull the shoulders onto the back. A moment of softness in the spine, but confidence and strength. Yeah, a nice long spine, gazes down. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Inhale, reverse, arms out wide, reaching nice and tall through the torso. Exhale, hands to prayer. Samastitihi, which means come into the present moment. Essentially, it means feel your body. Again, inhale. Exhale, release. Softening the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale, let it go, soft knees. Inhale, reverse. Arms out wide, reaching tall through the palms as if grabbing new energy for a new day and taking it to your heart. Samastitihi, come into the present moment. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reverse. Arms out wide, reaching tall, palms together. And exhale, hands to prayer. Samastitihi. Now I know I said that we were going to do 2 more, but we're going to do 1 more. And I'm not going to cue you. I just want you to move and breathe and feel, okay? Good job. So coming up to the front of the mat, we're going to add on to a full sun egg. Inhale, arms up. Recognize the pattern, if you will, at the beginning. Exhale, forward, fold, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale. This time, let's plant the palms, walk, step, or jump it back to a plank position. Plank can be done with your knees down or your knees up. It's totally up to you. And you can go for a half low push-up. So I'll show you with my knees down. I go halfway down, lining the elbows up over the wrists. Inhale, upward facing dog, broad chest, soft buttocks. Exhale, rolling over knees and toes for downward facing dog. Let's breathe. Inhale. Exhale. We call that lion's breath, a big sigh, yeah? Take a moment here to see if you can transfer body weight from your hands to your legs. And notice what that feels like. So we're not dumping everything into the shoulders, but rather pushing some of that weight back, yeah? That can be really beneficial. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, maybe a soft bend to the knees as you look forward, walk or jump to the front of the mat, however you wish to get there. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back, soft knees. Exhale, let go. Inhale, reverse. Arms out wide, palms together, energy to our hearts. Again, inhale. Exhale, moving with breath, fluidity. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, walk, step, jump. Option to go straight to down dog from here, or you can again move through your chaturanga, knees down or up. Inhale, up dog, broad chest, soft buttocks. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's breathe. Inhale. Sweeping, cleansing exhale. Lion's breath. And then see if you can firm through the center of each palm to push some of that weight back into your legs. Firming through the forearms. Check in with the mask of the face, nice and soft. When you're ready, look to the hands. Try a deep inhale, maybe a soft bend to the knee. On your exhale, you can walk or jump forward, however you wish. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale, let go. See if you can truly let go, let the head hang. Inhale, reverse. Arms out wide, palms together, that new energy, straight to our hearts. Samastitihi. Come into the present moment. Good job. Last one on your own. I'm not going to cue you. Take as many breaths as you'd like in a down dog. As many or as little as you'd like. Maybe taking a moment in that shape to feel the presence, to calm the breath, to soften the face. You'll hear me cue the face a lot because our facial muscles are directly connected to a reptilian brainstem. So if you continuously make a stressed face in a challenging position in the body, your body feels that incrementally over time. So it's important to recognize when you have those stress signals in the face and to kind of soften, yeah? Meet at the top of the mat, so take your time moving through, following your breath. Good job. So we're going to come into a sun B. So sun B, we add on a little bit more, yeah? You can either have your feet together or slightly apart, totally up to you. We're going to take an inhale and sit into our imaginary chair. If you do notice that you have a little kind of arch to your back here, maybe you can soften it down. You might be able to sit even deeper. And then maybe you can pull the arms behind the ears. Consider this a heart opener. See if you can open your heart by lifting the arms up and back. Let's try a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Feel how good that feels to let go. Inhale, half, shoulders back. Exhale, palms down, walk, jump, or float it back. Option to go straight to down dog or move through a chaturanga. Totally up to you. Good, let's breathe in dog. And then without lifting the right leg up, can you just bring it forward? Plant the foot softly right underneath the breastbone. We want to make sure that the knee is always directly right above the ankle. Try spinning the back foot down, coming into your warrior feet. Inhale, rise, first warrior. See if you can give a little bit more to your left side waist to kind of bring everything to face the front of the room. And you might feel a lot of activity right here in the inner left thigh. And that's a great area to kind of open up and create space for. That's our fight or flight muscle, right? So a lot of times if you're stressed, a lot of the blood flow from the rest of your body goes into those bigger muscles for fight or flight. So it's a nice way to kind of release some of the stuff that might have been caught up there. Let's take a deep inhale in a warrior one. And on your exhale, bringing the hands down, right foot meets the left. Option to go straight to down dog or move through chaturanga. Inhale, upward, broad chest. Exhale, downward. Breathe. Opposite side, left foot comes forward softly, plant it down. Spinning the back foot down, warrior feet. Inhale to rise, first warrior. See if you can find your shape right here. See if you can pull the arms back. Allow this to be a heart opener as well, if you will. A deep inhalation, maybe the fingers raised towards the sky, and on your exhale, moving through chaturanga or vinyasa or straight to down dog. Totally up to you. Inhale, upward, broad chest. Exhale to downward. Finding breath. Inhale. Lion's breath. Good. Just take a moment to feel that sense of presence. Notice what you feel. When you're ready, take a deep inhalation. On the exhale, look to the hands, maybe a soft bend to the knee as you get to the front of the mat, however you wish. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reverse. All right, so we're going to go through our Sun B one more time. Bringing the feet either together to touch or slightly apart. Taking an inhale, sitting into your imaginary chair. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, walk, step, jump, option for chaturanga or straight to down dog. Moving through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Without lifting the right leg, can you just bring it forward, planting the foot down softly and underneath the breastbone. And then when you feel ready, can you turn the back foot in, finding your warrior feet. Inhale, rise, first warrior. Deep inhale. Deep exhale, moving through. You can try to ride the wave of one breath through a chaturanga or straight to downward facing dog. You can challenge yourself in that way. It helps you to learn to lengthen the exhale. Good. Finding breath in down dog. Opposite side. Softly bring the left foot forward, planting it down. When you feel really sturdy, you can spin the back foot down. Find warrior feet. Inhale, rise, first warrior. Good. Maybe pull the arms up and back, reaching. Inhale and exhale. Moving through, left foot meets right. Option for knees down or up as you move through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's breathe. Inhale. Sweeping, cleansing exhale. Good. See if you can firm through the center of each palm, actively pushing weight back into your thighs, your calves. Notice maybe where you feel unbalanced and where you need to bring a little bit more balance, right? Sometimes we have to create the right conditions for our bodies to shift. Sometimes our bodies are holding on to patterns for a certain reason, and only we understand that, right? Nobody knows their way around your body where your needs haven't been met, where you haven't been treating yourself right. So in this space, find that here. How to treat yourself, how to parent yourself, how to read yourself, how to understand all those messages. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, you can look to the hands, get to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Sitting into your chair. On the inhale. Exhale, we rise. Samastitihi. Good. Let's take a moment to just breathe, to just connect. If you feel like the heartbeat is going really fast, or maybe if your breath is going really fast, can you start to calm the breath? Calm the body. A sense of presence, just coming back into this moment where everything is okay. Good, and now we're going to do some more seated postures. So reaching up on the inhale. Exhale, letting go. Hands come down, stepping back to downward facing dog. Good, when you're ready, right leg comes up nice and high. Keep the knee rolling straight down if you can, and then see if you can allow that knee to bend, and notice what you feel as the right foot comes close to the left buttock. Can you keep the mask of the face soft? Can you keep the weight even underneath the palms? So notice where that balance has shifted and where you need to bring it back in your body. Good, let's turn the knee to face straight down once again, so the hips are looking straight down. A deep inhale. Exhale, carrying the right knee under nice and soft. Can we bring the right knee close to the right wrist? Allow the left foot to push back so you can be seated. Your groin can be seated on top of your heel. as your flexibility improves, you may be able to take the foot away from the body a little bit, keeping the toes flexed, sitting up nice and tall. You can stay on the finger pads, the palms of your hands. If you choose to go down, you can go down as well. You can lay on the forearms or even the palms of the hands, and just wherever it works for you to kind of let go, to take this moment and just really feel everything, the richness of this moment. When body, breath, and awareness are all in alignment, we feel a greater sense of wholeness. Healing happens when we can really be present in these moments. Just pause and breathe and feel. For 5 more breaths. Maybe you even come back to Ujjayi. That's when the mouth is closed, breathing in and out through the nose. That restrictive breathing in the back of the throat. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's lift up. If you've come all the way down, maybe give yourself a little king pigeon rise. You can sit on the right hip, carry the left foot forward, and let's just come into a seated position with the toes flexed up towards the sky. Inhaling, reaching tall, exhaling, finding your bind. That can be your calves, your ankles, your feet. It doesn't matter where you bind. We just want to use the bind as a form of resistance, because what that does is when you create your own resistance, you can start to work on these moments of posture and the way that you're holding your body, right? Understanding this sense of empowerment. So oftentimes in a posture like this, people will kind of collapse down, right? Their whole body just collapses and dumps. So can you be aware of that? In this space, can you actively pull your shoulders back? Let your heart shine forward. Let your heart lead in this moment. Maybe these subtle movements with breath to kind of activate that poetry or that rhythm of your own breath, right? So essentially on the inhale, creating space. Exhale, moving the body into that space. One more full cycle. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then on your next inhale, can you rise? Cross at the ankles, downward facing dog. Good. Let's say hello to our last downward dog of the day. Notice the differences now. You might feel more of a playfulness in your body, a little more movement, right? Welcome that. Good. So this time, left leg lifts. Inhale, lift it high. Keep the knee rolling straight down. And then if you will allow the knee to bend, the body will naturally kind of externally rotate. See if you can keep the weight even underneath the palms, the face soft. Notice what you feel here. This one can be awesome, I think. And then when you're ready, let's turn the knee to face straight down. Maybe straighten out that floating leg. Inhale, exhale softly with intention. Can you bring the left knee down? And then adjust for your pigeon on the other side. So you may notice one side is much more your body. So just notice it, observe it, try not to force anything. If this feels better on this side to be high, then welcome that. And if it feels better to go lower, you can do that as well. And then see if you can find this moment of quiet, respectful stillness, just a moment of presence. Maybe you notice the activity of the breath here. Natural rise is on the inhale, the gentle letting go on the exhale. Maybe you even shift back into Ujjayi pranayama. Allow that to be the baseline for which you continuously return. And your body in moments, the more you practice it, in moments of stress and moments of challenge, outside of this space, your body will naturally revert to that de-stressing technique of using that breath. For 5, 4, pigeon, if you will. And then leaning onto the left hip, swinging the legs around. Once again, coming into our seated forward fold position. We're going to flex the toes up towards the sky. On the inhale, lifting the arms up. On the exhale, finding your bind. But again, I'd like for you to be aware of your shoulder girdle. Be aware of your posture. And sometimes just making these little dynamic movements can fundamentally change the way we feel almost instantaneously. I don't think there's anything more powerful than being proud of the way you move, than being present with the way that you move, and feeling that softness and grace and confidence and strength. One more inhale, one more exhale. Hey, I'll be with you in 1 second, okay? And on the inhale, we rise. Let's bring the feet together like a little butterfly. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale. On the exhale, again, be aware of the shoulder girdle here. It's very common for people to collapse forward. See if you can let your heart shine in front of your feet. A soft gaze down, and then just notice what you feel. I do tend to hold the hip openers a little bit longer because so much gets captured there, and sometimes we just feel it, right? If you've been watching the news a lot, or you know, if you're in therapy or group, or if you're a therapist, and all of that just gets captured, right? The stories that we hear, and the things that people tell us, the things that we tell ourselves, right? Take these moments to kind of just unravel, unwind, and let go. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's rise on the inhale and bring the knees together like a little book. I love this posture. I call it little kid posture. Just taking a moment in the shape. We're going to make our way down into a Shavasana position. So just sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down, arms long. See if you can take your time here, taking a deep inhale with your exhale. Just kind of riding the wave of that exhale breath, nice and slow. And as you come down onto your mat, maybe you just knock the knees in towards each other for a moment. Let your feet go wide. Maybe you place your hands on your belly, or one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Just take a moment to kind of feel that rhythm of your own breath here. Maybe you visualize a baby sleeping, you know, how their whole body kind of moves in that oceanic wave-like motion with their breath, right? The whole body expands on the inhale and releases on the exhale. Maybe you see that in your mind's eye. Shavasana. Remember, Shavasana just means meditation, so some people like to lay in a symmetrical shape, some people like to cross their ankles. You can experiment with all these. Some people like to lay in a fetal position with their knees curled up to their chest. I always recommend this position if you feel some discomfort in the lower lumbar spine from the movements that we've done. But just taking a moment to be in whatever shape you choose, and to notice what you feel here. Maybe a little body scan from head to toe. Encourage you to come into this space or meet your physical body every single day, right? I will always say it's a daily practice. And when you come here and you connect your brain with your body in these ways, you will become more aware, and to become more aware helps you become more evolved in life. You will be nourishing your senses in a way that you just feel better. And so I encourage you to come here every day, to feel these moments, this sense of accomplishment, of finishing something, right? It will help you be more clear. It will help you, give you wisdom. All the confusion that you may be feeling from anxiety and stress and your worries and your fears, you know, you'll leave here and you'll be like, I got this. I got this. When you feel ready, take a deep inhalation. And a sweeping, cleansing exhale. Try swallowing. Maybe wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, bringing awareness back into your peripheral points. And for those of you who haven't made your way into a fetal position, maybe you do so now. This pose is always recommended, never mandatory. However, this is the same shape we take right before birth. And just as we are born with new eyes and new feelings and new thoughts, may we also walk into this new day with new eyes and new feelings and new thoughts. When you've had enough time in this shape, maybe you come up into a seated position if you'd like to, but take your time, and if you're not ready, just continue laying in your Shavasana. I'll give you time to decide. And whenever you're ready, you can take your hands to prayer, thumbs to sternum, bow the head, or you can just stay in whatever posture that you're in right now. If nothing ever changed, there'd be no butterflies. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.